Hey everyone, welcome back to a What's News Tech Update, where we bring together a few of the more interesting stories that happened this past week to see what the future holds for us, to see where tech is taking us, to see where we're going, where you're going, where I'm going. I'm just going to be sitting here talking about the tech news for the next few minutes. Let's get into it. Okay, so our first bit of news today is from space. We're talking about SpaceX, which recently won the contract from NASA to make the lunar lander, because NASA is planning to send more humans to the moon for the first time ever since the last time, which is a part of a big controversy we're not getting into. But the point is, we're going to the moon, and we're going with Elon Musk's technology, apparently. But what's also news from space is another Elon Musk company called Starlink. If you don't know what Starlink is, it's a bunch of satellites that revolve around the Earth and bring internet to people in, well, pretty much everywhere. It turns out they're just a couple of launches away from having complete internet coverage for more than 99% of the people who live on the globe. But the problem is, so far it's in beta and you can't move around with it. The whole point of satellite link is that you can have it anywhere. But right now, if you register for Starlink, you have to register with your address, and you can't take Dishy McFlatface around with you. But when someone asked Elon Musk that on Twitter, Elon Musk replied that by the end of the year, Starlink should be out of beta, should be available to a whole lot of people, and if you've got Dishy McFlatface with you, you can have fast, reliable and affordable satellite internet with you wherever. Now, the dish is too big to be incorporated in your Tesla, but if you have an RV, you could stick the dish on top and you can have internet wherever you go, which is fantastic, because the next time your dad drags you out camping, you can annoy the crap out of him by getting on TikTok and Instagram and basically doing what you do every day, but like in the woods. He'll love that. He will absolutely love it. Speaking of other things you can do in your living room is virtual reality from Facebook. Now, you know about the Oculus Quest, right? It's a virtual reality headset that was made by a company called Occulus, and Oculus is the company that was bought by Facebook a little while ago. I made another video on mixed reality and why I think it's going to change the way we live and work in the future, and you can find that in the description below, or I'll leave a thing up here that you can click on. But basically, I was alluding to the fact that the big four companies were pushing mixed reality very hard for the next few years, and Facebook has come out with 4 new announcements that point to the same direction. Now, Facebook is making available Wi-Fi and 120 Hz on its Oculus Quest 2 headsets. Now, that doesn't seem that important, but it actually is, because Wi-Fi is a key part in making virtual reality more accessible, because what you don't want, apart from the big bulky headset, is wires hanging off you while you walk around in virtual reality. Well, if you've got a strong Wi-Fi now, the Oculus 2 headset will be able to do virtual reality without the wires, which is a big step forward. The other one is 120 Hz refresh rate. Now, this might seem like it's targeted towards gamers, but it is in fact targeted towards everyone, because if you have a low refresh rate headset, it might cause nausea as you walk around and move around. That choppiness that you might feel, you can't really experience that for too long without being fatigued by it. 120 Hz refresh rate, provided your PC can handle it, will be a game changer and will make the experience so smooth that maybe you won't hesitate to keep the headset on for longer amounts of time. But it's really the next 2 announcements that really drive the point home. Facebook also snuck in 2 extra features. One is the ability to overlay your virtual reality desktop on your physical desktop. So as you're sitting at your physical desktop with your mouse and a keyboard like this one, your keyboard and mouse will move in virtual reality the same way as your keyboard does, and it's got a hand tracker as well. So when you look down, you'll see your hands moving over your keyboard and mouse much as they are in real life. The whole point is to make it more immersive, more real. But what if you're not ready for virtual reality and you're not interested in mixed reality right now? All you want is beautiful, big, high quality displays in front of you. Well, usually you go to Samsung or LG for the best quality TVs. LG and Samsung have been pushing different technologies. Samsung with its LCD based QLED technology, and LG with their OLED technology. You may not have to decide in the very near future, because Samsung just signed a deal with LG to buy millions of their OLED display panels with which to make their own TVs, much in the same way Sony and other manufacturers do. So in the future, you might see Samsung's technologies, but they'll be overlaid and fused with the OLED technology that LG has to provide. and it seems like OLED is going to be the standard for TVs going forward until the next big thing comes. So you might want to watch out for that. This is a good thing. There'll be more competition, more variations on the OLED theme, and ultimately our movie experiences are just going to get better. And speaking of other things that you can do in your living room, Google has put together 36 years worth of data and stitched it all together in a massive time-lapseable, zoomable simulation of the Earth. So if you go to earthengine.google.com/ you know what, I'll put the link down below. You can pick a point on the Earth, you can zoom in, and you can watch a time lapse of 36 years to see how that place on Earth has changed. And you can, use that as a tool to go fight the municipality saying, you said you wouldn't take that park off. Yeah, but now you did. See, now change it. Yeah, this is pretty cool actually. In fact, here's a clip of Dubai in the last 36 years from 1984 to 2020 and how it's changed. And finally, for those of you who stayed to the end of the video, here's a little nugget for you. Researchers at a certain university in Germany have asked the question, what does it really feel like if you're being watched by a webcam? And to answer that question, they made the creepiest webcam in the world. They actually created a webcam that looked like an eye, had surrounding tissue with eyelashes and everything. The eye is actually a webcam that tracks you, and it's got motors that move around and track you as well. And that's it. That's basically it. If you sit in front of it, you get a proper idea of what it feels like when your webcam is actually spying on you, as if it was a real person, but like a Cyclops type person actually spying on you. This is the kind of research that answers the question that nobody has ever asked. I don't know, but I really want to go to that university because they seem like they're having a lot of fun. And I hope you had a lot of fun with us covering the more important tech news this week. There'll be more coming in the next few days. Stay tuned, stay happy, stay peaceful, stay colorful.